figure I start all of my tours from the road. Let's start this one from the driveway. I've already been stung once today by my stinging nettle. Elecampane, some. This arbor is brand new. I'm not sure if I'm going to put my trumpet vine on it. If I'm going to leave it here, if I'm going to move it. Not sure what I'm doing yet. Honeycrisp apple coming back. I just found some aphids on it. I'm going to have to do something about that. Probably some soap. Just regular dish soap. I don't love doing it, but apple really needed more of a trim last year, but I couldn't bear to do it because it came back so much after the rabbit attack. This Jonah Gold is still coming back. That gala basically regrew itself after a rabbit attack like 9 years ago. And this Golden Delicious actually looks pretty good. Start of the pears. The roses I just put in look really nice. Peaches. They're loaded. Another pear. And then back out to the road. I recently discovered my lupin might be the wrong lupin, not the eco type for New York. You can see my dwarf sour cherry shrubs that the rabbits demolished are starting to come back. Chives in there. My service berries just will not die, even though the rabbits have snacked them down to almost non-existent a few times. My milkweed. Pagoda dogwood. There's a gray dogwood in there somewhere. My other two hazelnut bushes, these are European hybrids, and the rabbits thought they were absolutely delicious. There's cattails, some, more red twig dogwood, and various things in the hedgerow. I should say the rest of the hedgerow, because it's supposed to eventually be turning the corner. I know my elderberry is traveling, which I expected it to. I was planning on it traveling, but it's also getting thinned out in there, and I think it's because of this willow. That pussy willow planted itself, and there's a good chance that I have to chop it down again this year, because it's just not a great place for a willow, and I'm never going to get it out of there. I don't mind a small tree there, but really I didn't expect when I planted the pecan that it would have a sun competitor so close of that size. I thought it would just be the hazelnut bushes. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But this is all my mulch. My major accomplishment in the last 2 weeks has been getting enough cardboard to redo my mulch. Now what I'm doing is dragging all the limbs from the tree that came down in my backside yard, not my tree, my neighbor's tree, bringing them up front to line my paths, to try to keep the mulch separate from all of the other plants. A lot of jewelweed, a lot of goldenrod, obviously. But I just brought these up and put those in to kind of hold the path back. You can see what happens when you don't have cardboard mulch and somewhat defined path. Although I blame some of that on the lilac bushes. This is another apple tree. This is a, oh my gosh, ooh, hi. And that, if I can get him in frame. There's a turkey vulture. Hi. 2 black Oxford. My chives have grown and multiplied substantially. Fox and rabbit. There is an actual fox buried under there. I found 2 roadkill foxes last year, and I got a strong message to bury one, and I didn't, and then I found another one and I felt horrible. So now you know something about the extent of my woo-woo. Starting more pond plants there. Golden ragwort. This sugar maple is doing amazing, but its little brother over there is not doing so well, and I'm not sure why. The white oak looks amazing, and this hybrid maple back here has just gotten huge. And both of these trees I took off a rather large limb because I'm trying to keep them somewhat straight up and down for a while. They're just growing so fast. Buttonbush. And my pawpaw, the other pawpaw back here, again, coming back down there, but not up top. I don't know why. Starting to redo the cardboard and mulch back there in the corner. The red oak. I planted a couple things against the back border, quote-unquote, fence. I think that might be a wren. I wonder, it looks like there's a twig sticking out of there. I think the wren might be back. Horseradish. And then, I didn't plant the sunflowers there. Somebody else did that. This golden seal, I just transplanted that, and I started some ginseng. So I'm pretty happy that the ginseng took and that the golden seal took. And then obviously, well, those are my sheets, and these are my raised beds. Broccoli, zucchini, carrots, peppers, more kale, lots of kale, lettuce, tons of lettuce. Yeah. So this is just like 1/2 of the garden. The other half is very messy. Almonds, this little one here and then that is another pear. I'm not sure what's going on with my almonds.